Hi there, it's Sue with your Friday FAQ, and this week I'm going to talk about what to pack for a conference. Now, I travel a fair bit for work, so what I have is actually a checklist of what I need to plan and prepare so I don't forget anything. So hopefully these tips might be able to help you plan and prepare for when you go off to a conference. So the first thing you need to think about, well, what is appropriate for where I am going? So if it's a tropical island and it's going to be tropical and hot, then you need to think about that. Or if it's also going to be a city conference, you need to plan. So remember, it is about business. So it might be business casual, or it still might be a slightly more dressy business look that you need. The next thing you need to think about is to plan ahead. So plan your outfits. If you know that you're going to be there for 3 days and a couple of nights, plan what's going to be happening on those days and do factor in your sightseeing and also your travel outfits as well. And think about what's going to be the dress code for the function, there usually is one, or for the gala dinner, or if it's a theme night, what's the dress code or the theme for that particular event as well. The next thing you need to think about is the temperature. So the temperature of where you're going, so whether it's hot, whether it's cold, what do you need for that environment? And again, for the sightseeing that you might be doing. And also remember, conference rooms can get a little bit chilly. So if you've got a lightweight jacket or if you've got a wrap, that's a really good idea as well. So the next thing is to think about, well, you do want to be comfortable. Of course you want to be comfortable, but you still want to be stylish. So your brand is on show. You still want to look and enhance and express who you are, but look the best that you can given the appropriate environment that what's appropriate for the environment that you're in. Your brand is on show. And don't forget the extra stuff. So the extra stuff, the accessories that you might need for your outfits, your shoes, etc. But of course, also if you're going to be taking notes, most of you will, whether you're going to do that on an iPad or an iPhone, or whether it's just a notepad with a notebook with pen and paper. A lot of conferences these days are paperless, so you may want to factor that in and actually print out any handouts that you may want before you actually go to the conference as well. Remember your chargers and a power board is always a good idea, particularly if you're traveling overseas, and an adapter, as I said, your accessories or your toiletries. So make sure you've got absolutely everything that you possibly could need. And then plan it out, lay it all out. So pack light as much as possible. So lay everything out on your bed before you go and make sure everything goes with everything else, because remember, mix and match does go a long way. And as I said, if you can put everything into a small cabin bag, that's really ideal as well. You don't want any disasters, you don't want any bags lost before you go to the conference. It's happened to me and I hope it doesn't happen to you. So there's a few tips. You can read more in my post this week, and until next time, keep shining.